after the Katyuri Vansh or dynasty happened, the last king purportedly died in a battle at Haridwar. And that marked a clear line for historians in terms of periodization when the Katyuri dynasty ended. But it is not clear actually when the Chand kings, the Chand Vansh, formally claimed Kumaon region, because some YouTuber historians claim that the archival sources are not very clear about the early Chand kings or Chand rulers, which followed the Katyuri dynasty. And some also claim that there was a slow encroachment on the Kumaon region from the Chand, which already existed further east of Kumaon region. So one can say that they did not have a very clear ambition from the outset to conquer entire Kumaon, but the historical reality was that they succeeded in taking over all of what was the Katyuri dynasty. And then, as they became more formally established, there was a period when they had their capital in one city, and then later on moved the capital further west to Almora. And Almora is more famous today because of its thriving economy, its central status in Himalayan trade, and perhaps because of the two rivers that flow alongside Almora. And for me, the interesting thing was that it is situated as such that the city is higher than the two rivers. And I've only visited Meklodganj, so if I have a chance to visit this Almora, it will be another out-of-the-world experience in which the main city is not in the lower plains where the rivers are, but actually on top of the rivers, Almora. I found some interesting historians who were originated from India in this research process, such as Deity Sharma, who is a linguist and historian of the Himalayan region. He wrote several books on history as well as linguistics. And another historian was Badri Pandey, sir. And he wrote on the history of Kumaon, which was later translated by Mr. Agarwal into English. So back to the Chand kings. The Chand kings were later then defeated, first by the Gorkhas, then the British, and then the British established their formal presence in this entire region, and then they started writing about what they saw as the potential for Uttarakhand. So they didn't really believe in Nanda Devi. They didn't really believe in the sacrosanct nature of mountains. They really just wanted to impose a rational understanding of nature. So one gazetteer writer / colonial official wrote about the forests and how to rationally use the resources of the forests, which he termed to be wasted by the locals. There's a lot of critique on this from recent historians of South Asia, and how colonial epistemologies really disregard the locals' understanding of nature. In a previous short that I recorded was by this historian who discussed how monsoons were separately interpreted in the modern era, because some people still understood monsoons as the wrath of the divine, and then others tried to use meteorological or other like modern ways of understanding the science behind monsoons. And so we can see an early manifestation of this in the 1800s when the British initially arrived in Uttarakhand and they wanted to summit what they thought at that time was the highest peak of the world, Nanda Devi mountain. And they failed several times. And it was only many years later when they realized it wasn't the tallest peak in the world that they succeeded in summiting or even entering the whole area. And I'll just shout out a few more sources which I referenced in my research process. One was Normal Bachit on YouTube, and another person is Harshit. If you search Uttarakhand history Harshit, you would find him. Let's see, Harshit Rautela. He makes many videos on their music, literature. I think he might be from Almora because it's featured a lot. So check those out and see you guys in the next episode.